Hey guys, this is Chris, and today we are going back to the FT Aviator by Fluidity. In this video I'm just going to show you real quick. I'll start out with how I use it. This is a way that I came up with that rather than using a lanyard or strap of any kind, I've got it all tethered together. Doesn't require any special 3D printing, any other parts. It only involves what you have. So this way you don't have to wear a lanyard and have this hanging around your neck. You don't have to hook it onto your belt. So I'll show you how I do that, but I just want to explain real quick what you're going to get in videos from me. You're going to get this video, which is just going to basically be shot from the ground, looking up at the Mavic 2 Pro flying around in the sky. I did it during the day and I wasn't real happy with the results, so I went back on a real nice that same night yesterday and had a real beautiful sky, so you actually can see a little bit better with that. But my whole point with those flights are just to show it is easy to control. I put it in when I first start out flying, I start out in turtle like everybody's doing, then you jump up to like 3, and then I put it into full speed and just basically fly the sky, just all around, just whipping around. Now I'm not going to put the flight video in from that, because if you've ever seen that kind of flight video, you're going from way over here to way over here real quick, and in the video it looks like you're just doing this. It just happens so fast. So it's kind of dizzy to watch. One thing I did test is I was just curious, does their app affect anything like sensors and things like that? So it's a little nerve-wracking to do, but I just went straight for a tree twice. I did it and then came back around and went right back for it, and yep, it hits the brakes. Everything's fine with your sensors, so don't worry about that. Front, back, all sensors work. So as far as the rest of this video here goes, it's just going to be the flight videoing from the ground up. You don't see me using it because it's dark outside, and maybe in my very last video I'll just focus on putting a small screen of the flight and then more of the screen being you watching me use this. But I don't like to have a whole bunch of squares up on the screen in my editing. I want you to see the main thing, and then maybe a little bit of a square, window within a window, or picture within a picture, on my videos. So I am flying it with this, because that's one thing I thought about. Since I didn't record my hands with this, I am flying it with this in the video. This is not a hard controller to use. It's very easy. You can put it on full speed and you can still make it work just like it's on the lowest setting, which is what I do. So if you hear me say in the video, I've got it cranked up, yet you see me moving real slow, that's because I just move it a little bit. There's a lot of reviews out there, and the number one thing that I think is the most important part about this whole thing is the delay. You get a delay in the yaw, and basically front to back is pretty quick. Yaw has a little bit of a hesitation, so you're going to move the stick a little bit and nothing happens, and then all of a sudden it starts to move. That's the only learning curve you have to go through with this, and it's not hard. I can do a complete orbit, put it into high speed. I can put the stick at any speed I want and turn it and get my orbit. And so I do a fairly tight orbit, and then I kind of widen it up a little bit in the video. And then I do some figure eights, and then basically a lot of it you're just going to see me flying and buzzing around the sky, just to show it flies fine. This thing is actually very good. I actually really do like it. It's a first. It's a version 1. It's not DJI. Lower your expectations a little bit as far as quality and all that. That's something I had to kind of get past myself. The buttons and all that could be a little better design. If you're going to pair it with something like DJI, maybe upscale this a little bit more, but keep in mind we're also going to pay more too. So we're all kind of saying the same thing in that area. So if they listen, that's the direction they'll head on a version 2 if they continue this. But just get ready, because it's going to probably cost more money. I'm happy using this. I will continue using this. I thought this would be something I'd use and put to the side, but I actually enjoy flying with it. It's not going to be something you're going to use for doing your cinematic shots or anything like that. It's good for flying. And don't fear. Some reviewers out there I've watched so many reviews on this, and there's some that I just want to pick apart, but I'm not going to do that. This is just an extension of what is connected to your quad. This is connected to your quad. This is just an extension of that. It's just a Bluetooth controller that controls this with your app. Or your app. And all your signal and everything still comes from this. Now, I've turned it off. I've tested different things to see if I lose control with this, will I be okay on my controller? And it's perfectly fine. I have never lost control. I've got a bunch of flights in with this thing now. I've been practicing with it, just like I told you from my first video. I was going to take my time and do this right. And I have no fear using this whatsoever. So my third video that you're going to see, I've already done my first. This is my second. My third video, you're going to see me do a 2-mile flight. I think it was just under 2 miles. So I do a 2-mile flight, full speed, working the yaw, flying it like I would with my controller, and you'll see it's not hard to use. So I think in that video, the only thing that was hard was I kind of lost my bearings, and I was following the water thinking, oh, I'm heading back, and then return to home kicked in, because I wasn't heading where I thought I was heading. I wasn't headed back. So that's pretty much all. I just want to show you now how I use it. And it's rather simple, really. So take the FT Aviator and hook it on to take the holder and clip it on. Notice that was not hard. You just snap it like that. So that's hooked up. Then I take my device and I put it on. Okay, so now my device is on. So now I take my controller, put my USB on it, and I slide it down over my device. So we're going to just take it and slide it on top. Just hook it up exactly like you normally would. So let's slide it on down. Kind of hard to show you, but I've got it. I've slid it down, and then we're going to just push the sides in. Okay, got the sides in, and then I take my USB and I attach it into the phone. So it's real easy to use it this way. Everything is there, and this way my antennas are always pointed at my quad where I'm flying, and all I do is I just simply take my hand across like that, let it rest on my arm. Don't need a strap, don't need anything. So just so you can see, get you a good shot. Real easy. It's not coming off. It's not extra heavy. It's not any stress on the strap. It's not unsnapping. So very, very easy to use this way. Very comfortable. Got it just resting on my forearm. And then I fly it, looking at my screen, line of sight, watching it fly. Very simple. So this is my way, just in case anybody's watching that has seen how people have it tethered off and the controller sitting on a table or sitting there hooked to their belt loop or anything like that. You want to kind of keep your antennas in range of your flight. So this is how I did it. I didn't put any parabolics or anything on there in this one flight for my next video where we went about 2 miles, and everything was fine. So that's how we use it. So enjoy this video. It's just like I said, shooting from the ground up at the sky in the daylight. I've darkened up the image just so it's not so bright with the sun. So the mountains and all that are dark, but you can see the quad flying better. And then we go back at night, and of course you got the quad lights and all that. So, and a beautiful sky. It was just a beautiful night. And a storm rolls in. You're going to hear some real good crackling thunder and lightning. And as I was flying, I could hear out on the water, I could hear how loud the water was getting. So I knew that storm was coming right at me, and it just, it hit hard. So I just got the Mavic down right when that hit hard. You can't even tell on the screen. The screen doesn't show a drop of rain. The sky doesn't change, nothing. But trust me, the Mavic got wet, everything got wet, camera, everything got wet. Just kind of grabbed everything, threw it in the trunk, and sat, waited it out, and then I finished the video. So a little bit of chaos in the middle of it, as always. It's just, that's the way it goes when you're out trying to shoot something for YouTube. But enjoy the video. You'll see just the typical stuff you've been seeing, but you'll see my version of not jerking it around. I have really no big complaints about it at all. I like this more than I anticipated, and if you have some extra cash to throw and you want to try something different with your DJI product, I do recommend using this. I even more so recommend waiting for version 2 and just to see what they come up with, because if they continue this, I'll buy another one. So I'll take my Mavic out, let's say 10 times. I'll probably use this 3 times. So it's not something I use a ton of, but when I do use it, I am enjoying it. It is nice to have all this multiple control right in one hand. And, while I'm flying and diving down or coming up, it's very easy. So for a first time thing, version 1, there's no need to really be that critical on it. And again, I'll stress this in every video, also think of the other purpose it provides. It provides people that have physical disabilities to be able to get into the action of this hobby and get themselves, unfortunately it's attached to DJI, so starting out in the hobby you would be spending a lot of cash, but if you have a disability, you're limited on the things you do, this could be huge in your life. So worth the investment if it's affordable. So that's another thing just always keep in mind, and I'll probably stress that in every one of my videos with this, because I'm not giving up on it. I'm continuing to use it. If I continue using it, it means I like it. And the other thing is, just like I said, having everything all at one control. So I enjoy it. I encourage you watch the whole video and just see how it flies, and pay attention to the different speeds and everything and how well it's controlled. And look for my video to follow this one, where I take it out about 2 miles over the water, beautiful day, and make it back successfully, no problems whatsoever. So look for that one to come, and then probably after that I'll do not really a final thoughts on it, maybe just my almost final thoughts. Maybe we'll try that, because I'm sure I'll have more to say about it as I continue using it, because I really do like it. So we'll do some sort of final thoughts video after that. And in that one, I would like to just kind of give a shout out to some of the reviewers that reviewed it. There's some out there that I would like to just give a little shout out to, that I think made some good points, or did what they were supposed to do, and that's take a new product like this seriously, and practice before you do your review. So those type of reviews, those are the ones that I'll give a shout out to, and some of the other ones were a little disappointing, because if you're going to take something like this, like I said, you should take it serious. Practice before you put a damn video out, please. I don't like to watch anybody's videos where they're learning right then and there how to use it. It teaches bad habits. It's kind of just boring. So, and it's not good for the product. I don't think it makes a product look good. If you're learning, you're doing things wrong, and the product will suffer because a lot of people will misinterpret that and take it that the product is bad. So I'm going to go out of my way a little bit to kind of show all those type of things, and also show you that it is so easy to fly. It is a good product. It's a first. That's all I can say. It's a first. High expectations, just bring them down a little bit and you will like this thing. So at this point, I recommend it. If you are kind of over the fence and don't know where to go, from all the different reviews you see, at least on mine, I'm going to say, hey, if you're already in that direction where you just want that little nudge, here's your nudge. Go get it. Pull the trigger. Because it's something different. It's fun. Watch the video. Watch my video to come after this of the long flight, and make your judgment off of that. Easy to fly. Enjoy the video. Thank you everybody for subscribing. All you newcomers to my channel, hit that subscribe button right now. Been getting a lot of subscriptions lately. That's what drives me. Continue to subscribe, hit the bell, and I will do my best to continue to bring more content to you. I'm also going to start introducing a 3D printer that I got, and we'll start making up some accessories for some of the quads that you see on my channel. So that's it. Enjoy the video. Take care. Okay, so here we are. Let's just do some movements. No sun shining, so now we can see. And a nice little jet stream above, some nice blue and pink sky. Perfect. So I'm going to take it with it turned all the way down, and let's just take the basic movements like everybody else has. But we're going to go to the left. We're in turtle mode here. Okay. And we're going to go to the right. Okay. And we're going to just yaw. And it's raining. Okay. So we got to kind of hurry now. Put it all the way up in fast speed. Yaw. You can do it fast. You can do it slow. Go to the left. It's got a little twitch right when you hit that first bit of notch on the stick, which is where I'm staying. So it's not jerky like everybody says, unless you go like this. Unless you make it jerky, If you jerk it around, then it's going to be jerky. So can't really see the controller, but let's just take it up because it's starting to rain, and let's just do some flights. I'm going to put it on 3 and we'll just fly. Got some lightning strike now. I can't win. Okay, so we're, ooh baby, yeah. So let's just fly it around here, and you can see it's very easy to control. Doing little figure eights right now. And we're going to do this as long as we can till the rain comes. Now, I got some shots doing this in the daylight. I'll put them in there, but it does not show real well because of the sunshine. It's a beautiful day, but the sun was just too brutal for it to really show. Okay, so that's cranked up. Let's take her down, and we're going to go turtle mode here. Bring it down. Oh, here comes that rain. I hear it on the water. And we got to stop this right now. We're going to have a wet, 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 wet. Oh! We got to stop. It's pouring. Alright, so hopefully we can see here. But we're going to see if we can get some good, better view of this with it being dark out here. So I'm going to put it down and just put it down to low speed and just fly around a little bit just so you can see it is not hard to control. And I'll show you how I'm controlling it once we get into better light. But let's go ahead and bring forward and just fly it around a little bit here. Bring it up. Got it in turtle mode. And you can hear the thunder. Give this our best shot. Y'all left. Right. Okay. Let's crank it up and go full speed. So I don't know how well this is all viewed here, but this thing flies nice. The yaw is not really responsive until you get about a quarter of the way on the stick, but it responds fine. Serious thunder there. And here's my little circle orbit, whatever you want to call it. Again, it's not hard to do. You just gotta, that's a tight orbit. Go a little wider. It's not hard to do. I'm in speed 3, but I'm not fully hard on the stick right now. See? Very easy. I love this controller for what it is. Alright, well, I don't know how well you guys could see any of this, but hopefully you could. And I'll put in the daylight footage as well, and we'll show it all off here. But bring it in close. And just show the movement. So full speed. If I move it slow, I can make it go nice and easy. Now I'm cranked all the way up.
That's one way. Now let's go to the left, which is the quad's left. See how steady that is? Let's bring it to the other side again, center it up here, and see if I can brighten that up any. Oh, nope, that didn't help. Oh. Okay, better. And we'll yaw. So that's full speed. And then if I want to make it go fast, of course I just turn it hard. If I want it to jerk left and right, I can do that. But you can do that with the sticks too, so I really messed up the focus there, didn't I? There we go. But yeah, I mean, all you have to do is just be light on the stick. You don't have to hit it heavy. Just go light on it. And then I'll just show you real quick. I have it set for full speed, and I'm gonna be light on the stick and just kind of do a little figure eight and see if I can try to keep it kind of steady here. So it's not hard to do. Very easy to control. This is really not a bad product. It's the first of its kind, first version. It's not DJI, so high expectations need to be lowered just a little bit and enjoy it for what it is. And let's bring her in and land her down.
Okay, just to show you, this was earlier in the day. The sun was really bright, even with an ND filter. It was hard to see. And between the Osmo Pocket and the Osmo Action, one makes it look like it's a lot closer, one makes it look like it's a lot further when you compare the two. So it's actually not as far as it looks in this video, but flying around it looks like it's way out there, and I bring it in a little bit as well, so you do get better views of it. But starts out, I'm in turtle mode, and which is your lowest speed setting, which I guess is as close to cinematic movement as you can get, and your easiest to control. And then throughout this end part here of the video, I bump it up to 3, and then I bump it up to full speed, which is 5. So just kind of zip it around in the sky here, and you can see it gets a little faster. But just doing circles, figure eights, back and forth. Nothing spectacular at all, but again, it's just to show this type of flying around, just kind of line of sight, buzzing around, enjoying watching your quad flying around the sky. This controller is great for it. It's incredibly easy to use, and you know, the little things mentioned about the sensitivity of the yaw not really doing anything until you get about a quarter away into the movement of it. You really don't see that effect whatsoever in normal flight. If you're doing what I did in the beginning, just showing it go left, right, yaw, all that, that's where you're going to see it, but who really flies like that? So, you know, in that video you saw, I did a little orbit and some figure eights and things like that with it cranked all the way up, and I was real light on the controls, so I could show that even with it cranked up, you still got your slower movement if you just practice with it and learn how to make it go slower even at that high rate. So that's how I recommend everybody learn, is just put it at the high rate, learn how to use the stick to make it go nice and slow, and speed it up when you want without having to flip a switch or anything like that. And after this video, probably tomorrow, I'll post the video with the long distance flight, and we'll put the screen recording of the app on there just so you can see I'm definitely using the FT Aviator. I'm not just saying it. So thanks for watching.